I've been out in the garden most of the day, and I'm doing this video live. This video is about. Let me see if I can find. I'm looking for something. This video is about the economic situation that's coming. First and foremost, I want to say this. I don't think people need to be paranoid. I don't think people need to be um, like, you know, acting crazy and responsive and all of that stuff. Hysterical. Nobody should be hysterical. That's what I'm saying. And it's real and it's coming. Um, if you understand the basics of economics, if you understand, and see, that's the thing, you have to know who to listen to. Sometimes people just, they're doing the my team, your team, red versus blue, and those are going to be some of the most ignorant people in the world. The people who want to just be like, I'm pro this, I'm pro that. That's not the answer right now. Right now, um, we have been dealt a deck of cards that's not easy. The majority of the American people are living from paycheck to paycheck. Okay. And we are all interconnected. Small businesses hire and pay people so that people can pay their bills. These are basic microeconomics. But you have a lot of people that don't understand microeconomics, the basics of economics. They don't understand the nature of the industries of America and how interconnected we are. They don't understand globalism. People don't understand anything. You have a lot of people that do not understand anything. They just pick a team or a talking point and they want to sit on it. These are some of the most ignorant people in the world, Democrat or Republican. If you're worried about this party versus that party, you are damn stupid right now. This is a class warfare, and they are pulling the plug on everybody. And I don't care if people, it's not about your class. It's not about that. Okay, this is going to affect everybody. Even if you make $500,000 or $1 million a year, even if that's how high your income is, right? Or more, you're going to be affected. If you provide jobs for people, you're going to have to be prepared to let people go when this economy starts to slip. When the money is not coming in, it's all interconnected. People spend money because they're making money. And what happens is when people lose their jobs, they can't pay their bills. They can't consume. We have a consumer culture. Our economy is service based for the most part. But most importantly, we are a global economic interconnected country. We rely on our trading partners like China, like India, for the things that you can buy on the shelves and the things you can't see. Car parts, minerals, magnets, steel, them tin cans we drink out of, paper products, so many things, plastics. Very little, if you look around your house, comes from the United States. Nothing's made here. Everything is imported cheaply. This is microeconomics. But you have people who get on the internet and they want to talk. And that's one thing I cannot stand on the internet. That's why I have decided to pull back socially. Because what happens is you end up having to be party to conversations of ignorant people. And let me say this, you don't have to be an expert on everything. Just shut the fuck up when you don't know what you're talking about. Just shut the fuck up. But so many of these panels, all it takes is to click a button and you sit up there and you talk like you know something and you don't know shit. You don't have any background. And even if you do, I have seen time and time again people have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, or a PhD in something, and all they did was study a specific thing. It does not make them an expert. It doesn't mean they know anything. It doesn't mean they have a full understanding and comprehension of a topic. They don't necessarily have breadth and depth. They know some key terms, right? They might know some key terms. Let me see who's in the chat. If I know anybody. Hey, y'all. Hello. I'm talking about the economics right now. And what I'm saying in this video is don't be paranoid, but brace yourself. Brace yourself. Only an idiot could see all the signs of an economic downturn. And for the sake of wanting to win a political argument, talk about this team versus that team. This isn't about politics, it's about economics, it's about globalism, it's about the interdependence between all these trading partners. They are ganging up in Asia to say, fuck you, United States. Even allies, Japan, Korea, China, they like, fuck you, United States. Canada, the EU, fuck you. We have somebody who is burning the house down from the inside. The policies, the things they're saying, the things they're doing, they are destroying 401ks. All right? They are causing job loss. These are facts. This is not something that somebody has to make up. There are factories that have just made decisions recently to stop expanding, to stop hiring. They're putting hiring freezes. It's not made up. That's real shit. That's measurable shit. You could actually see in the real world. These are facts. Nobody has to make up anything. Only the blind don't want to see truth. And you have people, you know, who all they want to do is promote their stupid ideas despite reality. They don't have the intellectual capacity to see anything beyond a few talking points and ego. They don't have any real understanding of international import and export trade, global interdependence, none of that. They don't have it. They watch a few videos or their favorite so and so who co-signs. There are people who get paid to co-sign whatever you want to believe. Whatever you want to believe. There's somebody out here who will put content together just so they can get your money, get your views. Right? We know that. But what I'm telling y'all is the economic downturn is coming. There's a channel called Secular Talk. They're presenting facts. They're presenting facts, recent, credible, reliable facts and statistics. It is understood that for the past week or so, a lot of the Chinese ships that were coming in, they were told by China, don't go into the port, don't bother. Have they turned around and went back to Asia yet? I don't know. But they said that it was cheaper for them to bring the goddamn products back to Asia and sell them to a new market. They're not doing business with the United States. China, you do understand that everything at Walmart, them shelves are about to be empty. They're going to be empty. Even if Trump goes and kisses Xi Jinping's ass tomorrow and tells him, I'm your boy, I fucked up. Can you fix it? Can you accept the United States as a trade partner? Even if he does that tomorrow, the supply chain is already fucked up. It has a trickle down effect and it's going to happen in waves. Y'all can even, how do we know these are facts? Look at what happened during COVID. Toilet paper was missing, wasn't it? Could you find it? As soon as it got on the shelf, it's gone again. Okay, these are holes in the supply chain. They're not easily fixed. Once there is an imbalance, it keeps on coming. It's hard to correct itself. Okay, if you got a fool that keeps playing, it just gets worse and worse and worse. It's prolonged. What is that going to do? How does that have a trickle down effect? Imagine this. Imagine, no, we don't have to imagine. Look at what happened during COVID. Pasta, it was places you couldn't find no pasta. I remember there were certain vegetables you couldn't get. Toilet paper couldn't get it. Soap couldn't get it. Dish liquid couldn't get it. What else? Cleaning products, Lysol, washing powder, fabric softener, pine sol, clean any cleaning products. There was a supply chain interruption. Price gouging happens. It makes it more hard to afford things. We already got inflation. We already got food costs up. On Secular Talk, that's the channel I just finished watching, and I was like, I already predicted it. I already predicted it. I knew when he started messing with GGP, I said, okay, yeah, this is about to get ugly. I have taken action already to cut a lot of my overhead out for my business. And tomorrow I'm going to be putting in $1,000 order while stuff is still in warehouses before the price gouging begins. I have a whole lot of linens I need for my business. I'm about to buy them tomorrow. I'm about to spend $1,000 and buy them tomorrow because I can't wait. Because if I wait a week and they start the price gouging, they start adding tariffs and assumptions of tariffs. These companies have already sent me emails saying they're about to start tariffs. What does that mean? The same tablecloth I bought for $10 is going to be $19.99, and I gotta buy 40 of them. You see what I'm saying? This is how it affects small business. But you got idiots that, oh, it's okay. He's not doing anything. He's making good decisions. You're not seeing economics and microeconomics. You got a lot of people, they don't know what they're talking about. They just want to hear themselves talk. They don't have no real education and understanding of economy and business. They don't understand how dollars flow. People are on a 30-day cycle. You got to be in it to win it. Anybody in business knows that you got 30 fucking days and all them bills, right? And you got a lot of businesses that are in debt. I don't have a business that's in debt. I'm a non-debt business. Okay? I have overhead, but I don't owe anybody anything. All my equipment, everything I have, I own it. But you got lots and lots of people who they don't own their equipment. Okay? They don't own their stuff. It's on credit. Guess what happens when the economy gets bad and the supply chain is fucked up? Now you can't pay your creditor. So businesses can't pay their bills. So you got larger industries that are affected. Let me tell you some more stuff that I listened to on Secular Talk. He said, get ready for the shelves to be empty, and they will be. Because guess what? Facts, I'm saying facts. Y'all can look it up. 50% less shipping ships have come. Freight ships. 50% have already stopped coming to the United States. 50%. 50%. That means as soon as them warehouses, them big distribution networks, as soon as they send their last out, it's going to be a long time before they get any more. And so all those truckers and those people who work at those distribution warehouses, their whole industry, the transportation industry, okay? Think about Amazon. People who got Amazon businesses and people who supply stuff for Amazon. That shit, supply chain is going to be broken. It's going to be a problem. The prices are already going up. Go look. Today I bought my camera. I can't wait till tomorrow. I wanted a camera. I said today is the day. I'm going to buy it today. I'm buying everything I need right now because I'm done. I'm not playing these games. I bought my camera today. Usually I'll sit, do a bunch of research, think about it. I already know everything is about to go up. There's a company called Sheen, and there's a whole bunch of other companies, right? That people love, buy cheap stuff, especially from China. Everything's from China. Who we kidding? Who we kidding? Everything's from China. So Walmart, Family Dollar, Dollar General, Target, all of these places, wherever you get goods from, all these imports, the shelves are going to, I guarantee you, let me see what's today. We're almost on May 1st. I guarantee you by July the 1st, the shit is going to be empty. There won't be nothing. I don't care. Even if he kisses China's ass today, it's still going to have the same effect. The shelves are about to be empty. Okay? And when the shelves get empty, there's going to be scarcity. See, people don't know. They just talk out the side of their throat. They don't know what they're talking about. When scarcity happens, you got more demand than you have supply. Guess what capitalists are going to do? They're going to price gouge. They're going to hike up the prices, make it unaffordable. There we go. We already got inflation. We already got high food costs. You got people who are literally going to say, well, fuck it. I already got emails of people who have businesses and they're like, well, we have surcharges We got surcharges already. You can look on there. Amazon, people are already going up. Go check it out. You think I'm lying? Type in about 5 different things that you might want. Okay, put them in Amazon today. Keep track of what those items are, and watch in the next couple of days. Watch the prices change. By next week, watch the price. If I'm lying, if I don't know what I'm talking about, go do it. Same thing happened to Sheen. I knew it was coming, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna buy my clothes for the whole fucking year. I made me a big order on Sheen. Couple days later, I go back and look on there. Everything that went up $2, $3, and Sheen is cheap. Sheen is a Chinese company, and you can order all you want. Is the shit gonna come? It's probably not. Okay, you can order all fucking day. That shit is probably not coming. They're not sending nothing else over here, y'all. It's gonna be a good minute. It's gonna be a good minute. These shelves are gonna be empty. People are gonna start losing jobs. Go to Secular Talk and look at his commentary. Go to Secular Talk. It's a channel, and he talks about the details, the lack of ships coming to the port. He named Subaru and several other companies that were going to do build outs and factories and establish new company jobs here, building out whole new everything. They put it on pause for 2030, for 2030, 2031. There are truckers and warehouse people and people who work in those industries. That's not the only thing. Hotels, Las Vegas, the people in Las Vegas, the people in Florida, the places that depend on tourism in the United States, they're all crying already. How do I know? My husband works for a major airline company. They have already told them that all of y'all people who we usually rely on, we're not going to have any hours for you this summer. We project that there will not be any need. Airline tickets are not sold out like they normally are. We are projecting that sales are going to slump. These are real projections that are created by computers that are programmed to anticipate how much travel, how many planes. These people had this shit down to a science. But you have idiots that want to sit around and act like they know something, repeating talking points, and they don't know what they're talking about. I see it all over the media. People are just being paranoid. They just want to bring Trump down. You see all these people, and you can tell they don't. Even like I said, education that doesn't that shit is subjective. Okay, because somebody can have a fucking degree and be the biggest idiot ever, and you can have somebody who has no formal education and is smart as fuck. So I don't even give people credit for having a fucking degree. I don't care what it's in. This is basic economics. So we have that industry, which is the distribution, retail. How many people are going to get laid off? When there's nothing to sell, every Walmart locally is going to start laying people off and cutting hours. Oh, that's not a big deal. Who cares? They can just get another job. There will be no other job to get. If they have hiring freezes, we're already seeing documentation of hiring freezes. All you got to do is look on the internet, and you don't have to go to one place. So you can't say, oh, they're just, showing paranoia. No, you can get different information. Look at each state. Type in the word hiring freeze and see what the fuck comes up per state, locally, across the nation. Look at statistics. You don't have to depend on somebody else for your own damn brain. They got facts and statistics out here that are telling you that the economy is about to go into a recession. And if we don't have somebody smart in charge, it will go into a depression. Something is wrong. Something is vitally wrong right now. Is it a reset? Is it intentional? Does somebody want to give all the wealth and move it to some people and make sure that others don't have it? We're going to see. We can assume all day. But I can tell you one thing, it doesn't look like a smart person who wants this country to thrive is in charge. Doesn't look that way. Because some of the things that are being done, they don't make any economic sense at all. You don't tell your biggest, greatest trade partner to fuck off. China is the last country on this goddamn planet that you want to tell to fuck off. They have real things that real businesses need. And your economy is floating because of those businesses. Those businesses provide jobs. Those jobs provide people the way, the means. All of you motherfuckers that got a job, somebody's paying you to be there because there's a profit to be made. And when there's no profit to be made, that 30-day cycle, you gotta go. You gotta fucking go. There's no job for you. Why do people not get that? This is basic. This is simple. Literally, I'm a business person. You have a 30-day cycle. Money in, money out. Money in, money out. I've already determined this year I'm not hiring anybody. I got a call from my worker. Okay. And he's somewhat seasonal. Okay. He works 2 jobs. But every year for the past 8 years, he's worked with us. He called the other day. I didn't even want to answer the phone. I didn't answer the phone. Because I know he's like, wait, hey, what's up? What's up? We doing our thing? No, we're not. We're not. The economy is not there. No, we're not. We're not. So the jobs that I have been able to provide, seasonal jobs, on-call jobs, gig jobs, I can't do it no more. The supply chain is about to be screwed up. So tomorrow I'm going to spend $1,000 and I'm going to order every single. I talked to my husband about it already. I said, you know, we can't wait. We can't wait. People do business when businesses make money. And when people create conditions where businesses can't make money, y'all, the car parts, how's that going to work? The car tariffs, the cell phones, all these different things that we depend on. Businesses are always consuming. Businesses are buying all the time. They're buying more plastic, even the packaging, the bags. That shit comes from China. The plastic cups when you get soup to go, that shit comes from China. We don't make that here. Them styrofoam containers, all that shit comes from China. They are about to fuck up the restaurant industry. The tourist industry is screwed already. Right now, you have people who would have booked for the whole summer. They're fucking empty. They're firing and they're laying people off in Las Vegas and Florida. They're laying folks off. They're projecting that they are not going to be able to sell hotel rooms. Places are a ghost town. People are bracing. They don't want to spend money because they're not sure if they're going to lose their job. But you have idiots that will sit around and say talking points because they don't understand anything about how the economy works. The trickle down effect. When corporations and government, and nobody's safe. The government can fire people. We see that. It used to be a time you say, oh, I'm a government worker. They can't touch me. Shit. Shit. They started the federal government. Where do you think they're going next? They're gonna start cutting state budgets next. They're gonna cut state budgets next. And when they cut state budgets, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna go around and say, who needs to retire? You've been here long enough. We don't, you know what? We don't need that job anymore. Because guess what? They can get somebody who's already there to do 3, 4 people's jobs. They've been doing that in the private sector. Nobody's safe. And then the worst part is they're gonna already cut Meal on Wheels. You know how many people that served that didn't have food? Cut that. But some people go, oh, that's smart. That's smart. You know, you're an idiot. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Y'all go look at the statistics. Go look at the facts. The economy is going down fast. And the same stuff we experienced during COVID, it's going to be 10 times worse. Prices are already being gouged at 300%. Go look. Don't talk. Go look. Track something on online. Track some prices. Track things that we don't make here in the United States, which is damn near everything. Go track it. Pay attention. Just get a couple of things in different retail stores and track it. Track it over this period of time. Track it over this year, over 2025. Start now. Look at anything, small or large. Look at a TV. Look at some electronics. Look at some actual appliances, some larger appliances. Look at that. Look at furniture, like Wayfair. Look at that shit. Okay. Look at Target. Look at Walmart. You're gonna see the prices climbing. You're gonna see the prices increase two, three times the amount that it started out. You're gonna watch. That's if you are intelligent and you actually care and you want to know something as a fact. Okay. And it's not just some kind of propaganda, stupidity. So the tourist industry, the hospitality industry, that's restaurants, that's hotels, that's all those different people who do Uber. You got to see we're all interconnected. That's cars, car parts, people who do repairs, that's cell phone industry, communications. A lot of these metals and different things we're not aware of as everyday people. We don't need them. Steel, wood, all kind of things. During COVID, the price of wood went up astronomically. Okay? Astronomically. How do I know? Because I built a fence. And that's the problem. You got a lot of people, they're not doing anything. They're not actually investing in the economy. So they don't know anything. They don't understand supply chain. I understood supply chain as an experience during COVID beyond the toilet paper. I had to build a whole big ass, long ass fence around my whole property. Spent $10,000. 10,000 during COVID. 2020, I spent $10,000. And guess what? Only 4,000 was in labor. 4,000 was in labor. We didn't pay $6,000 for lumber that would have costed us 2,000. Y'all understand? And we couldn't even get it. I had to ride around to every Lowe's in Metro Atlanta. I had to get in my car and ride around. And there was people looking. You could tell. I mean, people was like, you know how somebody hungry and they looking for food? People was looking. I had to compete with builders and contractors for wood. I had to go over there and be like, give me that whole section right there. Give me all of that. I'm paying for it right now. I'll arrange a truck to come get it. Like, just pay for it right now. That's what I was doing. I was riding around gangster. I was calling and be like, hey, let me talk to the manager. When's your next truck of wood coming? I had to get ahead of the damn truck. Can I go ahead and pre-order that? They was even telling people, nah, you got to be first come, first serve. They wouldn't even let you pre-order because they said that the supply chain was so vulnerable. Hey, what's up, Woo? You said next month he's sending all student loans to collect and garnish wages. You see what I'm saying? Who does that during economic downturn? Who does that? I'm trying to tell y'all, it's a class warfare. There is a war being declared clearly on the American people. And when the food stamps and all the different programs get cut, all hell is gonna break loose. When these states start cutting budgets and they cut out Head Start funding and they start cutting out child care programs, discounted child care program, when they start cutting out Section 8, when they start cutting out food stamps and TANF, when they start cutting out, what's the one, WIC, states run their own budgets. What happens when your governor don't give a fuck and they decide to redirect the money towards something else? Democrat or Republican. You could be in a Democratic state and they decide they want to spend all their money on migrants and immigrants, helping immigrants find somewhere to stay, somewhere to live, programs, da da da, be in sanctuary city. Your government could very well be liberal and decide they want to spend all their budget on immigrants. Then what you gonna do? You could have a Republican governor and a state legislature, and they can decide they just gonna cut schools, just cut schools because they really want people to be able to go to private school, and they don't want everybody to go to private school. They're gonna make it your problem. They cut schools down to the point where it's like what, $300 per pupil or less. You know, you talking about low quality. Then I think most schools is 800 to 1,000 per child. I think. I don't know. Don't quote me. I don't know. That's when the shit gonna hit the fan. All these aftercare grants and all these different things that help people out. Medicaid, Medicare, all kind of stuff. Assistance to the elderly to help them keep their lights and their water bill on. All kind of programs people don't even think about. They're gonna start cutting that stuff. State level. The state is gonna start firing people. They're gonna start doing with less people, just like the federal government. Nobody's safe. I'm not being paranoid. I'm telling you facts. Go and look on the internet and type in layoffs. Type in hiring freezes. Type in what is the current level. Go look at last week. What was the current level of hiring? Unemployment rates. Go look at it. A lot of these gig workers, they're going to be out. And when there's no jobs here, there's no jobs anywhere. Okay, so you can't run to a new job or a better paying job. That's not going to be the option. And you might end up finding Americans ready to go work on the farm now. They ready to pick some berries now. Maybe, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, yeah. Well, it's getting scary. It's getting scary. And only fools can't see. Only stupid people who like to do parrot talking points can't see that. I see these people on social media all the time. I support so and so and what they're doing. I'm sticking with it. All right, dummy. Okay, dummy. Some people will follow you to hell. That's the truth. Some people will follow you straight to hell. So I ordered my clothes for the year from Shein about 2 weeks ago. They already came. A lot of people who are on Amazon, who are on Etsy, who are doing all kind of different stuff, you better go ahead and I don't want people to rush and go get stuff and start stockpiling, but get your supplies of whatever you need now while the warehouses still have it. The warehouses may be full now, but as the supply chain stops and no more imports are coming in, there is a freeze, literally a freeze right now. China's not sending the shit. They're not taking orders from Walmart. The factories are not, their government said you're not doing business with America. The government said, Communist China said you're not doing business with America. And the conditions under which the business can happen is 200 and 300% tariffs, which means you pay it. So my point is, you better get everything you want while it's on the shelves right now before the price gouging. I wouldn't go and, like I said, people don't need to run and just gather, gather, gather. But stuff you need, you want, you have to have it. This is the time. Get that shit now. Get it now. There's one lady, Tabitha Speaks Politics. She just went and bought her a brand new car in December because she saw it coming. She saw it coming. Because the way he was talking crazy about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. She's like, let me get my shit. She bought a car. So it's real shit. I just bought all my Sheen. I got me some Old Navy. I bought 10 pair of Old Navy. Old Navy's another one. They ain't gonna have nothing. Macy's, J.C. Penney, they're not gonna have shit. You thought the supply chain was fucked up during COVID. You about to see a whole nother ball game. A whole nother ball game about to happen. America's about to experience some shit we ain't never experienced before. And people are too stupid. Even though they went through COVID and they saw the supply chain, they're too stupid to actually recognize what is about to happen, what is about to take place. I'm not being paranoid. Go look at the facts. But some people like to do that. They like to put their head in the hole just so they can feel good. Feel good is all some people care about. They don't care about intelligence and facts. They don't care about looking at things as they are. They don't care about that. But see, when you're in business or you have lots of hands in different places, you have to fucking care. You have to be ahead of the game. You have to know. You have to. And I know for me as a business person, I understand right now I can't hire anybody. Can't do it. The demand is not going to be there. It's not there. I can look at my books. See, it's facts. That's what I'm talking about, facts. I can look at my books from before. QuickBooks is an accounting system. I can look at before COVID, during COVID, first 2 years of COVID, 3 years after COVID, 2024. I can see the decline in sales. I can see the deep dips, right? When you go from making $15,000 a month to 4,000, you can see it. It's real shit. It's real shit. You can look at your numbers as a business. They call quarters. And you can say, ooh, that's a bad quarter. Ooh, that's another bad quarter. Ooh, that's not so good. You can look at your books and your statistics, and it shows you in graphs what the fuck is going on. You can see how many orders you have. People who have businesses and hotel, they can see, damn, usually airlines too, right? Bus tickets, reservations, all that shit. They can look and they can say, damn, last year we were up 200% compared to now. By May, we had all of June and July booked. Right now, we only got 20% booked. See how that works? Facts, statistics, intelligence, tools, not talking points and stupidity and propaganda. Everybody ain't ready. We're not all made equal. Some people don't like having a brain. They want somebody else to tell them what to say and what to think. They don't use their own brain. They just want to be parrots. And that's what we see online. People just talking and don't know what they're talking about. They don't have any business. They don't keep track of the economy and what makes the economy tick. And food is about to be a whole nother thing. You know how much food we import? Shit. I already went to Sam's Club and stockpiled pasta and rice and beans. And I'm going to go get 2 more bags of basmati rice, big bags, because I don't have time to play the radio. That bag I get for $19, I don't have time for that to be $60. I literally watch the beef, y'all. This beef log I get from Walmart, I literally watched that beef log go from $16.95 over the course of COVID, because this is how I buy my beef from Walmart in this big ass tube. It's the biggest tube they got. It's like 10 fucking pounds. It might be 15. It's huge. Huge. It's like 2 feet long. It's a tube. That's the most cost effective way to buy beef from me. And I got a Sam's Club membership too. And I got a Restaurant Depot membership. This is the best price. The Walmart tube of beef. So I buy this Walmart tube of beef. It was $16.95 before COVID. Slowly but surely, it turned to $19.95. That tube of beef, that same tube of beef went from $19.95 to $25.99. Then it got to $29.99. Then now, how much is it now? 35 fucking dollars. Started at $15 before COVID. That was 5 years ago. That same tube for $16.95 is now $35. Next time I go to Walmart, I'm going to show the tube of beef. And I'm still buying it because it's cheaper than anything else. They got these little ass pieces of bullshit beef for $10, y'all. Tiny. What the fuck am I gonna do with that? I can't make no meal out of that. Make 2 meatballs. What the fuck am I gonna do with that? So I paid $35. I remember pasta was not on the shelf. It wasn't none. Not nothing. I even remember seeing spaghetti sauce. Man, let me hold on. Let me show y'all what I did. I don't know if y'all can see. I bought all spaghetti pasta back there. All pasta sauces. I bought a whole bunch of beans. Y'all see that? Beans. I got canisters of stuff. Grains. I got pastas. I got paste and sauce. Got rice. I'm not playing with it. And this is one storage space. This ain't all of it. Beans. I stocked up. You got to because these people are playing games. These people are playing games. You better stock up. That's all I can tell you. Better stock up. And I just got a little bit. I'm gonna go get some more. I got pasta up here. I got pasta boxes up here. Better stock up because I don't have time for the inflation. Wait for what? I wouldn't be paranoid and create a problem, but I would definitely stock up. So anyway, facts, statistics, check it out. Let me see what Wu said. You said a lot of Americans will resort to the jobs we look down on. You damn right. Oh yeah, people gonna start working whatever they can get. They're gonna be at hotels doing maid service, all kind of shit. People gonna resort to doing whatever they can. People gonna lose jobs. And they're not gonna be able to pay. There's gonna be a lot of people living in cars. It's gonna be people moving back in families, houses, right? It's gonna be people living in rooming houses. It's gonna be a demand for rooming housing. Just renting a room, you know, shit like that. It's about to get real. People are not gonna be able to afford to be independent, and I feel so bad for Generation Z and the millennials. I feel bad for them because they're not gonna be able to be grown and be adults. And you talking about throwing student loans on top of that? You low down, no good fucking bastard. Anybody who sits and champions that, destroying the average everyday people. We're the consumers. We make this community, this country survive and thrive. We're consuming. We make all of this work to be treated like trash and nothing. To shit on the next generation for what? Why would you want to see young Americans destroyed? At the same time, you talking about birth rates. You fucking idiot. Talking about you want people to have a baby. For what? So they can end up being unemployed? Looking forward to what people have to feel there's economic improvement and chances and hope. And you don't give people hope. You don't give young people hope. Who's going to procreate when you can't even keep a job? When you can't afford housing? Who's going to procreate? Who wants to bring a child into the world? You see what I'm saying? Idiots. Fucking stupid. Just talking points. We need to produce babies. For what? So they can be homeless living with you in a car? So they can go to a substandard school because it's underfunded? Produce babies for what? I'm just saying. People don't think. They just talk. They're just saying dumb shit because they don't know what else to do. They don't know anything. They don't understand how the world actually works in practical reality. It's a class war. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know why they're fighting it. I can't understand it. I don't know. But automation, AI, is sucking up jobs left and right. I don't know what they want people to be. What do they want you to expect? Be a slave? Green beans. Oh my God, my green beans are good. Fucking good. Okay. I'm done cooking. So I'm going to get going. All right. Y'all, I'm making my orders tomorrow. I suggest anybody who needs something, you need it bad. School supplies, right? Because August will be around the corner. Get your school supplies now. Because that's when it's really going to be the wrecking ball. August, it's going to get ugly. July, you're going to see the beginning. July, it's going to be done. We saw it during COVID. So none of this is paranoia. We saw toilet paper, pasta sauce. We saw a whole bunch of shit disappear. Cleaning products, soap, toothpaste, Everything. Washing powder, dish liquid. We saw it all disappear. We know it's possible. So there's no paranoia. All right. I'm gone. Ashe.